All right, LimeNotLemon. Here we are with another Friday episode and the continued non-linear replacement of Ziggy as the introduction person. This is that guy Griff. I'm here with Ziggity Zig
Woo!
and Grant.
Who?
Oh, you seem OP.
Who?
He's like an owl. So in our first match we have Ziggity Zig up against UCM OP in a PVT this week. UCM OP didn't fare maybe as well as Protoss, and he's going to 4-racks rush Ziggity Zig with
Sure.
four
And what's
proxy
great
racks.
about this matchup is that I've played Terran once in the past few weeks, and maybe once one-on-one about 2 months ago.
This will go well because I totally suck.
Yep, it does seem that Ziggity Zig is in fact sucking. UCM OP is well on his way to his DT tech. More dots!
More dots. That is a minus DKP. Minus 50 DKP.
Rick
What
Forte
am I
can't
doing?
save you now. Alright, so
go look.
well, we have a standard opening. We have a standard Zerg opening happening.
If either of us were Zerg, that would be handy.
Yep. No. Well, it's a close approximation of a Zerg opening, really. On one part.
What?
We have strategies forming. Things are being built. I'm gonna look at some income. I've got an
Things
income.
are totally on.
I got an income graph. Where one person
Are you
is
just
ahead.
messing around with the graphs now?
Well, I've got the bar up, and we're watching the bars battle back and forth. Minerals, gas. Who's gonna take the lead? Is it blue? Is it orange? Is it red? Is it green? It's things. I'm trying to have things to cast about, and we got people looking, and we almost had a fight. All right.
Wham the best.
Oh, we have a fight. Damage has been done.
First blood.
No, you have to kill something.
Well, I'm aiming for first blood. That counts, right?
No. Close only counts in
Crap.
horseshoes and hand grenades.
This is a stupid game. I don't want to play anymore.
We have a couple of friends on the screen. Strangers on a train, if you will. We got some aggression, maybe? I don't know. We have some weird ass builds going on here.
You don't know?
I'm building Marines.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Why
What
would
are Marines for?
why would a Terran ever build Marines? And shockingly, like, we're talking dead even.
What?
We got like
Seriously? Why? Ross, you suck.
I do.
If this is dead even, I am sorry.
we got the average APM is dead even. What is
Well, I said I
EPM?
don't suck.
EPM is also dead even.
Who the hell said that I don't suck? I'm confused.
I don't know. I just kind of
You are
assumed
the
that-
highest. You have the historically highest rank and been best performing out of the three of us.
Yeah, this is true.
What the hell does that even mean?
It means that I would think that even accidentally you might have learned something at some point.
Yeah.
No.
No, I would.
No, that does not occur.
It would intuit. Well, things still happening. Thanks. How do I shift visions? Oh, there we go. Is it just? Oh, it's just the numbers, right? All right, so this is what they can see, and alternatively, this is what these guys can see.
Okay, here we go. What's next?
Things continue to happen. Production continues to happen. Workers are being built on both sides.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
He beat you to your own song.
It's alright.
I was raised by a cup of coffee. That was a Marine.
I heard someone say they needed my help.
Oh, wait, hang on. How many of you guys are up here? You get down. Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down tonight, baby.
That was pretty good.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, I believe you there.
Now is the point where I shall do some generic, non-specific color commentary. We have a game going on here. I gotta remember that I'm a caster. Things are happening, money's being spent. Units are moving! Possibly on their own. Sometimes directed by their players, controllers, generals. Shit's going down!
Kildings. 3. Kill this and this.
Ah, shit.
We have an engagement. We have some force fields.
Yep.
That's
great. Shit. Yeah, yeah. I have a medevac.
Well,
You do?
Yeah.
if only you had some units for it to,
Yeah, no, seriously though, I have like one pretty good medevac.
Well, it's good that you're sending your Marines one at a time. That's fun.
Well, I told them to regroup at the ramp because that seemed like a smart place to go. Here's a medevac.
Oh, yeah, 2 medevacs! Slow down! Oh, now you go. Oh, you still have 2 medevacs!
When are you gonna get your business together there, Chachkis?
And we have our unionized zealots who are on their 15-minute work break.
Ah, what are you guys doing? Move! Get up there.
Slow down, boss. We're on our smoke break. You haven't given us a robotic
That
legs
thing.
yet. We can't run.
Don't you be running away, no Starport.
Guess what, Ross? Doom drop.
Where is it? I knew it was coming. There it is! Oh no, fear the doom drop! A worker has died! 2 workers have died!
Well, this is certainly intriguing.
Oh, photon overcharge is going to wreak havoc on the workers. Oh, and zealots too.
Can't even describe what is probably happening.
You still sucks.
I sure do.
All right.
Okay. Well, welcome again to Lime Not Lemon. No yogurt this week, so what we're actually going to do is talk about these chips I got with the pizza combo at the cafeteria here. So I've got some Old Dutch baked original. So these are baked. These aren't like a terribly, fatty, greasy chip. And they're actually called potato crisps on the outside of the bag, even though we're not in, like jolly old England or whatever, which is interesting. Gluten-free, natural flavor, and per one package, we're actually only talking about 130 calories and 6% of a daily sodium intake, according to Health Canada. So this is actually, not only is this a pretty good continuation of my lunch, this is a pretty good start to what should be an exciting matchup here.
Nice segue!
There's
Professionally segued.
So we've got a PvP and we've got a Grant versus Potato is what's going on here. The PvP, pretty standard opening, just like I'm standardly opening this bag right now. And yeah, what do we have? We've got one pylon. I won't say who. Now we have another pylon. I won't say which is which. Pretty standard here. Minerals look about the same. We're running pretty even so far. And as I mentioned last game, usually these games tend to become immortal fights unless someone cheeses. So I'm interested to see how this week's pans out. After last week's matchup, it was expressed that some of the games ran long, mostly due to me establishing bastions and not being able to do anything besides rigorously defending them pointlessly for about 15 minutes. But we shall see if that impacts how this game goes and if both players take a risky strategy for short-term gain.
There he is.
I have a gateway down. We have Griff is doing massive damage in Zig's mineral line right now. Just massive vision damage.
I saw all your probes!
Every
the
single
probes.
one. I can't overstate the impact at this point in time.
What
if
you
that makes
gonna do
sense.
about all my probes?
we have a Chrono Boost, which is interestingly unique to Protoss. Not everyone knows that. I'm seeing in some cases a second pylon.
In some cases.
You know, the middle of the map still very empty. One of the players is orange, one of them is green. I'm not sure if there's anything else to tell you at this point. Pretty standard openings.
Oh, I was really hoping for the crunch. I'm so glad the crunch happened.
Awesome.
That wasn't even intentional. That is how crunchy these are. It's very crisp.
Pretty stoked about that, friend. That was great.
Thank you. So we see our two players taking a slight difference in mineral collection. Overall, the builds, while not the same, they're pretty much on par. Hard to say if someone is going rush versus not rush here. It actually does look like one of our players is slightly behind, but again, depending on what they're going for, a bit hard to say.
Oh, run away.
Now, we see versus, I guess what I said at the beginning of the game. I can see one of the players is taking an interesting tack here. Griff, again, doing one of his patented one zealot mineral line attacks, which Zig seems as incapable of handling as usual, although he does make a mistake and go for the stalker there. Probably could have killed one more probe in that time. Now we'll have to see if that delays Zig in any way, or if, you know, it was pretty inconsequential. Looking like we might see some action, maybe a little more action relatively soon. Definitely some groundwork being laid for some interesting late game strategies.
We proceed.
One of our players definitely going for more of an immediate build. So the question is if that will pay off, or if that's just going to be a risky strategy. And here we go. We have the first counterpunch. Now, if you recall last game, Griff successfully fought this off, used one zealot to destroy Zig's mineral line. It had 18 kills. We can see Griff has a bunch of gateways, pretty much no units, no mothership core to fight this off. And we may start to see units streaming in.
Aww, that was sour.
But, again, in a counterpunch, take a look at your mineral line, my friend.
Oh, not again.
So the question is, you know, does he go back and fight that? Does he just keep up the pressure, hoping to do a base race of sorts? You see the probes getting run off, so obviously Zig's resources are frozen right now. Does he have enough? What can really Griff do with one Oracle down there versus 3 Stalkers in base? Now things just got interesting.
Photon overcharge.
Photon overcharge. This is my house, Griff says. Get out of my house. And they do. We've only got one gate powered. The thing there is, although Zig successfully stopped Griff from really doing anything unit-wise, no damage to the economy. So, and obviously there's a Stargate somewhere else that pumped out something for that raid, and we see again down at the bottom we've upgraded from Oracle to Void Ray. We've got a Void Ray just took out a Stalker. It's in the mineral line. We've got the Oracle in there too. Resources definitely in question for Zig, but he's still pushing the offensive at the front, doing some damage against those pylons once again. Mothership core probably not enough energy right now. Using it in that last attack. Still no gateway units, although, oh, here we go. We've got our first warp in. That's out. Zig pulls a Guardian Shield, and as we know, that's entirely
the wrong one.
It is the wrong button. We've got 3 Zealots against 1 Stalker. That's not going to go well. And back at Zig's base, oh, do we have a Void Ray there? No, the Void Ray is at a play for the meantime. We've got 4 stalkers. We've got some income coming again. So we've got kind of a stalemate here. But again, Griff took some beating there in the early on, but didn't take any economic damage. And he has that Stargate, so we've got a bit more tech capability or late game play available to him. Zig just getting his 3rd gate down now. He's a bit behind, and actually, if we look at workers, those resource assaults definitely did some major damage. So we have Griff set up pretty well for the late game if he can get there and withstand any additional early pressure here.
Damn it.
And he brings some stalkers back. 1 Void Ray fully charged is going to eat up about 3 stalkers.
How about 3 Void Rays pretty charged?
3 is going to eat up a lot more stalkers, and there we have it. Griff or Zig taps out.
Woo!
Game 3 of Rock Paper Scissors. We're seeing the clash of the Claytons, clash of the Titans, Tash of the Claytons between that guy Griff,
Tash of the Claytons.
PvP, UCMOP deciding to
The Bret Hart Protoss.
to mix it up just a little bit more, going with the pink Protoss, which is the only color that you should always go as. So here we are on Yeonsu Le. And bring up the old production tab there, just so we can take a quick peek as to what's going on up there in the top left, because up in the top right is going to tell us how much money they've both got.
Can I see it?
No. I often think about doing that. This is why I do 4E while I'm
Pro tip.
looking at a game, and why I also kind of usually do a Shift C when I'm actually playing a game. So I'm like, I wonder how fast the ZPM is. I should check that.
Pro tip:
It
you
does
should you can just look up to your right corner, Grant, and see how many minerals you have.
Yeah,
Oh, that's where that was.
that's where that particular one.
See, like, I'm in Bronze League. Like, I honestly just don't know.
Griff making his first pylon there in a nice sneaky spot as to not be noticed when the scanner sweep goes off, or the orbital command. What is that called? It used to be scanner sweep in SC1.
Wasn't it Comsat? Well,
Comsat, that was it, yeah.
Whatchamadoodly.
And there is the first of the buildings by both players deciding on what to do. Grant with an old school opening. Griff with a quite possibly older school opening.
That's right. I went hatch first. Back off.
Totally hatch first. Watch the hell out. Oh my. Yeah, that's some curious openings from both players. Was not expecting this. What sort of vision do we have over each other? Not so much. It is just a 2-player map, so they do know where they are going to be heading.
I don't really
Shrug some of this off. Well, if you're in the bottom left corner, then and it's a 2-player map, yes, you are headed in the correct position.
Okay.
Well done. This might just about to be hilarious. See what's going on down here. Yeah, okay, I see that. I'm gonna try very hard not to find this.
Yes.
You guys are quite awesome. Pretty darn awesome. And at one point, it's possible, I believe Grant has now noticed what is probably going on. But he is going to make some more buildings over here. Meantime. Yeah, there's the gateway. Gateway going down. Bit of an answer. A few more pylons here for UCMOP. The problem is actually, oh no, that's a Griff pylon above the. Oh no, it's a Griff cannon is above the pylon there. Anytime, Griff's minimap is starting to tell an intriguing story as well. I gotta say. Oh, this does seem pretty bad. UCMOP is managing to get out a couple of cannons, but I'm not sure they're going to be powered enough in order to stave off this. Oh, there is one by that guy Griff that is probably going to be in here a little bit faster than UCMOP's cannon, but I'm not altogether sure. This cannon, how is this cannon not within range of shooting these? I don't quite know, but this cannon is going to get a few kills here while it takes off, but this cannon is going to finish off that cannon, and booyah, that's going to be the end of that. Let's see how these cannons are going. UCMOP is making a small encroachment here, but the problem there is that UCMOP has managed to defend his territory here. There is that guy Griff probe still sitting up next to most of the other buildings there, but now it does seem that UCMOP is trying to move in for the kill on that guy Griff's base. There's an unpowered photon cannon just there. There is a zealot standing up at the top. The zealot could probably stand over here and do something with that unpowered cannon. I'm not entirely sure because power does not travel uphill, as we all know from early day electronics classes. Now, the really exciting thing here is that Griff has now abandoned the base being cannon rushed. His cannon rush has been shut down. Griff's response to cannon rushing has been to run the hell away, which is a curious decision, as that will put him quite a bit far behind in income. I probably don't have to say. However, both of them still at about the same number of harvesters, due to the fact that he had a number of them doing quite a lot of cannon rushing. So now with Grant, if he has a look, might want to take a look at the not quite so busy probes in his inventory, as there's a couple of them that are kind of, on a bit of a lunch break down there. Oh, yeah, this cannon can fire uphill against these two zealots that are taking out this one cannon. So UCMOP might be losing a couple of units there, but he is going to lose the top vision. Oh, yep, losing vision of up the hill. Meantime, up here in Griff's new base, we do see a pretty standard build. We're finally getting around to a standard build. There you go. We're at, that's approximately what you are normally getting at this point in the game. Not enough energy. So now Griff just trying to rebuild after that. I would say mostly successful cannon rush defense cannon rush, which was certainly a good time. Now, the exciting part here is that there's a number of things happening down here near UCMOP's base. Well, not a number, just a static pylon and a cannon, followed by a little bit of damage going down just now, which is going to get picked off by these Void Rays.
All right, Void Rays, good to know.
So, 15 workers killed so far by that guy Griff.
What? Really?
Yep.
Oh,
I think that's game wide. So
I killed a bunch during your rush.
Okay.
There's a few there, right? Because the initial probes that were trying to take down those cannons, that did quite a bit of damage. Now, if you look at the army movement right now, the army movement is it's mostly even, I would have to say. I keep looking at these pink buildings up here. I really wish these initial cannons would just get destroyed, because they're really confusing me every time I look at things. Like, oh, cool, big stuff going on over there, and then it's just sitting there, not doing anything. Did you know that if you make a box, the box will select units first, and then if you make it to select buildings, it will automatically select pylons? Just automatically goes for that. So now there's a bit of an air battle going on here with a number of Void Rays versus some ground units here, but this is probably, this might not go particularly in UCMOP's favor, despite the fact that there are these forward-moving zealots. However, here we are, and there's a few more stalkers make their way up the ramp from that pylon that did not get taken out, that can still be warped in from, and that is kind of the end of that. However, the lucky form of things there is that UCMOP still has a big enough army following that up that he doesn't need to worry about it. However, there is a slight timing here on that guy Griff's major push happening that he probably want to take advantage of, but maybe that's just maybe. Here come a few more units now on their way in, and there's that photon cannon. No kills, but man, can it ever rough people up in quite a good way. So here come another push here by that guy Griff, trying to make his way up here, but the problem is that with photon overcharge and the Void Rays killing off most of these zealots.
Oh, this game is ridiculous.
No, it's hilarious. This is wonderful. And there's that guy Griff doing a bit more management there. So just trying to get the right number of buildings up, or the right type of buildings. Probably quite a bit of income on both sides. That guy Griff having a tough time actually with income and money, and UCMOP having a tough time with income and money, but possibly in the other direction. So we'll just see what else could come of this. Oh my, what dreams may come. And here, so you have sort of your central army, and I think, yeah, pretty much just working on army management at the moment. Just a few upgrades happening on both accounts. Quite a bit of excitable things happening there. UCMOP not fully worried about the particular ground army.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm making stuff up.
You have not enough minerals.
Just as far as things being shot at. Anywho, there's now the 50-50 race with the Griff half versus the UCMOP half, map-wise. But at this point, we do have a strange altercation here in the middle where that guy Griff decides to just kill off a strange wayward pylon. However, what's in behind that is a number of units that are once again protecting this third. So it wasn't the stealthiest of attacks up against the third, but UCMOP was able to repel that without too many problems. I was going to work on a few different opportunities to follow that up. Number of different buildings and building management happening just here. One player choosing to have a look at their own Zelnaga tower, and the other player deciding to stand just feet away from it.
Oh, good, Tempest. That's exactly what I wanted to see.
Oddly enough, well, I guess I'm glad I didn't mention Tempest, because Tempests were what destroyed your pylon and photon cannon down at the bottom there.
I
was
didn't
a
pay
flicker in the
attention to
screen,
what
but you
was
could see
killing me.
You can see the other bit as well. So, if you have a look at the money and the supply and just sort of a number of different cases there, this should be a pretty big all-out war coming on any second. And there it is, meeting up right here in the middle. Let's see what kind of supply we get. We started, yeah. Let's see what sort of damage happens here. I don't think did I just? No, I didn't just see a recall. I do not believe I saw a recall. However, oh,
Yeah, that ends one way.
that pink bar is getting big.
You require more Vespine gas.
That's a big old swinging pink bar right there.
You require more Vespine
Like it's like it's flesh colored and whatnot. And there it is.
There we go.
UCMOP
Good
win
game, sir.
based on a really interesting outcome. Of
That
a
would have been
double
so
cannon
embarrassing
rush.
if I didn't win after cannon rushing and destroying his nexus. So
I don't know.
I'm
It would have been really impressive if Griff had been able to come back from that.
but mostly it would have been really pathetic on my part.
That's a very pessimistic way of looking at
I don't
things.
know.
Why can't you think of it optimistic? Because you like to see the underdog come from behind and win, right?
Sure.
Right?
But he wasn't the underdog in the whole thing.
I suppose.
It's just,
I'm impressed that your cannon rush not only defeated his base, he did escape, but it defeated his base, and you also defended in your own base against his cannon rush. I thought that was very impressive. I think that was easily my favorite part of the game.
good.
My other
Hopefully-
favorite part of the game was how Griff kept throwing DTs right past all the cannons.
That happened once.
Yeah.
Like,
And no. It happened once because I didn't know that there was a cannon up there. The second time it happened because I didn't realize pathing would send it by there again, because I sent it to somewhere else entirely different.
Yeah, I know.
So, continually sending them no, lessons were learned. I'm not
That was a
you.
good time. Oh, this graph is awesome. Look at that. Look at that army value. That was, I can't believe
That's
I can't
actually
believe that trade.
surprising. Yeah.
the Archon Void Ray trade was surprising.
No, it wasn't. I had no armor shield upgrades.
Yeah, I kept forgetting upgrades as well, or they were.
I
eating
only
up
had
a lot of-
3 out, so I could do a lot of damage, but I'd take a lot of damage.
I had the upgrade spending.
That's a really weird army value graph because mine is lower than his almost the entire time.
That's because
Yep.
I constantly had a lot of army, and you would kill it all
Mm.
pretty repeatedly.
I know, but I mean, like the dips, if you look, they line up. Like it doesn't look like the pink graph should have won the game at all. Strange.
Anyway, that was Rock, Paper, Scissors. If you watched any or all of this, leave us a comment down below. Send an email to contact@limenotlemon.com. You can follow us on Twitter @notlemon. We're going to keep doing that. More where that came from.